What's going on, Trash Talking Circle? What is going on, Untouchable NinerEmpire? It is your boy, QB Willie B. Man, what a crazy offseason has been. I just been enjoying the show, being a spectator, particularly to the NFC South. It's like a civil war going down there. Videos going left and right, shots being fired. And I just been spectating, just like everyone else in the NinerEmpire. In the West, it's been relatively quiet. Not too many videos coming out from teams from the West. However, when you start breaking down with the St. Louis Rams, SoCal Rams fan and Rockstar Rams fan, congratulations of drafting Michael Sam. NinerEmpire is going to have fun making fun of his gayness in that damn locker room. However, you know, the Rams are a solid team. The defense is good. Chris Long and Robert Quinn. That's a nice duo right there on that D-line. I believe they have like the most sacks in the NFL. So defense is pretty solid. Offensively, Sam Bradford can make a break year. I question him throwing the ball deep. You guys have Tavon Austin. He shows flashes of being a great receiver. Consistency can be a problem with him. Zach Stacy, nice back. Unexpected year last year, so we'll see how he does this year, being a solid weapon for the Rams. However, they picked up Kenny Britt. Big body receiver, could be another weapon for Bradford, but that is to be determined. So, Rams possibly can make the playoffs. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Moving along to the Cardinals. Mr. You will never see him. Well, that name fits him right because this guy will never cam up. But you'll see him in the comment section, troll right away. Cattle dog, rest your soul. It seems like any news the Niners get, or bad news we get, they're quick to come in here and make a video about Kaepernick and Alden Smith, but we don't give you no attention. I'm sorry we don't give you no attention. Anyways, Carson Palmer is getting older and older and older. He has a nice receiving core with Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Floyd. They signed Ted Ginn Jr. from the Panthers, and he can possibly be the number 3 receiver there. However, the rushing attack doesn't scare anyone. Bruce Arrington, he's a great offensive-minded coach. So, defensively, they lost their linebacking core. Carlos Dansby and Weatherspoon is gone. Weatherspoon got suspended. So, in a rushing attack division, that's going to be tough for the Cardinals to stop. Patrick Peterson is a solid back, but, whenever he plays against the Niners, they struggle. That should be property of Michael Crabtree. You go watch the highlight videos and see for yourself. So, AZ, strong team, possibly playoff team. They just got to keep Carson Palmer healthy. And I think they have a solid chance, but they're not better than the Niners. Seattle, Mr. Rob English, my nemesis. A lot of similarities between me and Rob. He has a bad one out there in San Diego. I got a bad one in El Centro, LA, AZ. Works out. I'm in the gym 24/7 as well. Die-hard Seahawks fan, die-hard Niner fan. And fuck Seattle. Seahawks Arsenio, cool video maker. But, Rob, I'm going to have to get on you about criticizing Colin Kaepernick and his abilities. I won a bet counter bet. You want me to basically make a video about Sherman? Well, if Kaepernick has a better winning record than Russell Wilson, you gotta cam up and praise him. The same thing I gotta praise about Sherman in this video as well. But anyways, you pretty much criticize the Niners for overpaying Kaepernick. If you see my last video, he's going to pay market value. There's a lot of incentive base going on over there, and he's definitely a quarterback for the future. Last year was his first year as a full-time official starter throughout the remainder of the season. So, in terms of overpaying, well, let's see what Seattle has done. When was the last time you guys had a 1,000-yard receiver? We want to talk about mediocre receivers. You guys paid Percy Harvin $67 million, $25 million guaranteed. 3 draft picks from Minnesota. First round, a second round, I believe a third round pick for Harvin. And what has he done for you? I don't think he's lived up to the hype. Sidney Rice, $41 million, $18 million guaranteed. He's been a disappointment since he's been in Seattle. The last respectable receiver I give Seattle is probably TJ Hughes-Manzada, Cali native. Seattle paid him $40 million guaranteed. No, $40 million, $15 million guaranteed. Cut him after 1 season. And he became close to having 1,000 yards receiving. So, the receivers you picked up, it's just false hope. With Sidney Rice and Percy Harvin, Brent Favre made those guys, man. And with your guys' offense and your quarterback, they're not going to see a fucking 1,000 yards of Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. You give Sherman his big contract, $57 million, $40 million guaranteed for a DB. That's way too much, man. That's way too much. So, the Legion of Boom, it's just not happening. And some of the key losses they had this year, Golden Tate, your guys' he had the most yards for you guys last year, and he was your punt returner. He's out the window. $31 million over there in Detroit. Fuck Russell Wilson's wife, by the way. It's pretty shady, but oh well. Your defensive ends are gone with Red Bryant and Chris Clemens. Went over there to Jay Gill. And your DBs, one of them I really like, Walter Thurman, he's gone, and Brandon Bonner, he went to the Patriots. Very underrated, physical DB, very, very physical. So, I think the Legion of Doom lacks that toughness going into this season. I don't care what you say. So, all in all, Marshawn Lynch is their primary offensive guy. Yes, the defense is going to be good. Yes, it's going to be difficult winning in Seattle. But when was the last time Russell Wilson has won in San Francisco? You want to criticize Kaepernick not winning in Seattle, but Russell hasn't won in San Fran. So, Untouchable NinerEmpire, this is the deepest offensive roster in Niners that I've seen in a long time. With the addition of Stevie Johnson, we got a healthy Michael Crabtree, Anquan Bolden, they're 1,000-yard receivers, by the way. Another weapon for, a lot of weapons for Kaepernick. Vernon Davis, I understand he has a holdout. And to touch on that a little bit, Vernon's not going anywhere. I don't think he deserves more money. He has an art gallery in San Francisco. He owns Down the Juice franchises. So he's not leaving the Bay Area. Unless he wants to go to the Raiders, he's going to remain a Niner. Our running backs are strong as hell with Marcus Lattimore, who, I heard he's doing really well in OTAs. Carlos Hyde, I think he's probably going to play the Boobie Dixon role, getting those tough yards across the goal line. And let's not forget about LaMichael James. I still think he's going to be successful in the NFL. Hopefully get some playing time with the Niners, to be determined. We'll see what happens. Defensively, Navarro Bowman, when he gets back, our team is great without him. Patrick Willis is going to still do his thing. And, I like our pickups, in the secondary with Culver and Tremaine Brock. I think I was pretty much chatting up with Iraqi Bet about this, that I'm fine with those guys being our starters on defense this coming season. So that's a lot to look forward to. Before I get out of here, I got to bet, the Cowboy video makers, Simon's bitch ass. I just don't get the Cowboy fans or their video makers really believing that they're going to beat the Niners come week one. We have a better defense. Our quarterback is better. It's Michael Crabtree's homecoming. So there's no way we're going to go out there to Dallas and lose to you guys. But my bet, $100. I'm not giving you guys any of my jerseys. Fuck a hat bet. My hats are OC, So, $100. Let me know who's with it. Keep it real. Is your boy QB really be? I'm as real as it gets in the TPC. Deuces.